Thank you for watching the BOTC Community channel. As you can see here, this new game, Savage Lands, came out on Steam. I was quite excited to see it. It's another survival game that isn't zombies based, which I find is great. And survival games are tending to come more on the market, as we had Stranded Deep and quite a few others come on. This one's more or less more traditional than Stranded Deep, but it's another survival game. And here is basically some video footage I have for it. As you can see here, I'm going through the options menu, and see here you got key configuration settings, all that settings. You see, I would have gladly started talking while I was making the video, but the only problem was, for some reason my recorder didn't work when I was recording this. And so, well, it worked. I got video. I got the game sound, but I got absolutely no mic audio or anything like that. I'm not exactly certain why, but it's probably just something in the game or other. And I probably can pull some multiplayer audio out or some other time. But I was going through these different settings, and I noticed that there's quite a few decent options for different settings. This is basic options. You got some pretty nice decals and everything, and I'm only running an R9 280, and I pulled some decent frame rate with pretty heavy settings. So don't expect too much requirements for this game. Like it'll run pretty decently. You don't have to worry too much about it. And see here, I just I'll create a character, and I was like, what's the character? I'll just call Craig. That's totally how you say it. Okay, let's do it. Just create a game. Let's go. And see, I pulled this loading screen, but then what I did was I just edited out the part because I was still trying to figure out what I was doing. And even then, I'm still trying to figure out what I was doing. Plus, I showed you a funny glitch there. You can, yeah, pull your menu up. It just causes like a weird thing on the loading screen. I don't know what the heck was going on, but hey, it's okay. Game works. That's fun. You see here, I was chopping a tree down, and I learned how to chop trees down. I was quite glad about that. I was like, yeah, I chopped a tree down. It's kind of cool because it falls. And yeah, then you just break it apart to get locks. I found that quite nice. I was like, yeah, this is awesome. And of course, I was getting my second tree knocked down, and it was like, whoa, man, this is fun. This tree was kind of weird because it just kept blah 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 blah. It was just doing like this really weird dance, and I was just like, just like blind, like swinging blindly in there. So I'm going to take it down. Yeah, it worked out quite well. I got it until I couldn't get one of my logs picked up, and I found out that my inventory is full. Your inventory space is not big in this game. It was kind of weird. Second, I was like kind of used to things stacking on top of each other. It wasn't the case. And I was trying to figure out what to do here. I was like, oh, what do I do? What do I do? I eventually I just said screw it, and after playing around trying to figure out how to make anything in this game, so I was just thinking Minecraft and 7 Days to Die. I was just thinking those two games. Okay, I was trying to drag things, and it just kept dropping them, and I was like, what the heck? What's going on here? I was like, oh no. It took me a while to realize you just hit the craft button. You just make things by hitting craft button, and I was like, oh great. I gotta use my recipes and hope I have enough recipes. And then I sat there going, how the heck do I make a fireplace? I still have yet to figure that one out. And find flint too. I need to figure out that. Like, I think the more I play it, the more I kind of start learning different little things. Even though I think on this playthrough I'm almost dead. So I'm gonna have to keep trying to find different things and everything. But, you know, through a bit of exploring, I managed to find out a few things. Like, if you look up in the corner, you see 3 different bars. You got your, those are cold meter, your energy level, and health. Yep, those are the 3. And I advise you, the first thing you do when you start this game up is to hit J and try to get everything for there. Second, when you want sticks, go punch something that looks like a bush. Yes, it's similar to 7 Days to Die. You punch bushes. But you can also chop the bushes because you have a hatchet. Beginning of the game, I would use it. It's not too bad. And, yep, I was chasing a log there. Trying to not lose my log because I didn't really want to have to chop down another tree. Call me a tree hugger if you want. As you see here, like... Oh man, that was definitely confusing when I was playing this. I was trying to figure out, well, okay, what do I do? What do I do? Trying to find out how to think at this rate. I was trying to find flint. I was just making things here and there, and I was like, I need flint to make a fireplace. How the where do I find some flint? Yeah, I was actually trying to figure out how to make a fireplace in general. It's like, where does this fireplace making menu? I know they make a torch, but a fireplace? I want a fireplace. Where's my fireplace? Better yet, where's Flint? Oh man, this is like one of those interesting movies. I like this. This game is fun. Like, it's got tons of potential and everything. It delivers on the survival aspect quite well. And I can see, like, with some updates and everything, it will get better. But for $15, I think this game's like worth it compared to a few other things. Like, dude, this game will entertain me compared to like movies. It's single player, co-op, and multiplayer, which means it'll be even fun to play with friends. Now, if I can get some of my members there to play with us, play with me there, we can get some. Show you guys some of the multiplayer action. And if not, I'll just try learning the game single player and hopefully be able to teach somebody something. But I do know this. In the very end, I ran out into the water. I advise you not to do that, ever. Even if you're chasing a deer. Oh yeah, I also found a random log on the ground. Yes. And I was trying to find out if you got sticks from beating the log to death. Yeah, you don't, just so you know. But I'll give you some of my recommendations for this game. Oh, recommendations that I ran into, like things I think are good. I really misworded that. I really like how like you walk around and you hear all the different sounds. I don't know, I just never run into that many games. Or they're like AAA games, and I wasn't really expecting it too much with this game. But it gave it to me, and I was quite happy about that. That was pretty awesome to find and see the game playing there. Playing all that noise, I just enjoyed it greatly. I like how like it actually looks pretty. Like the visuals and everything, they actually look pretty and fine. And the game basically has got really pretty graphics already, which is so I wasn't expecting from this game. I wasn't really expecting the graphics to be the level they were at. You might say, oh, the graphics aren't that great. Well, I'm not usually a person playing on Ultra, unless it's an old game. And so this game pulled the graphics quite fine. I found it enjoyable. Graphics weren't a deterrent for me. Sounds were on for the most part. And just like the game in general is worth it. I think it's easily worth the $15 it's currently at. For the as it is currently on sale as of today March 5th, 2015. It is currently on sale for 40% off on Steam. And I think I would recommend it for people, because not only do you support them, they're actually trying. The game is playable currently, quite playable. So, you are getting something for that $15, and it's pretty decent. And if you can see here, you've been watching the gameplay, so you can kind of see what you're getting into. You can see probably what I'm hoping is going to get worked on. Like the fist punching doesn't look super great, but hey, it's almost like the other Scrolls, so it doesn't really matter. It's close enough to them that I just whatever. As long as it delivers. If you're wondering what the heck I'm doing, I'm trying to find flint. That was what I was doing at this moment. I was trying to find flint. I was hitting everything to try to find flint. I was like, I'm going to hit this. And then I ran into 2 deer and decided the flint was no longer an important issue, and I was going to attack all deer on sight. And so that's what happens here. But going back to like the difference of the gameplay, like compared to 7 Days to Die, I actually kind of like this game more. I enjoy 7 Days to Die. It's a great game. It's fun. But this game kind of just puts you against the elements, and you don't have to really worry about zombies. You have things you have to deal with, but 7 Days to Die, I think it just overloads you with zombies. Like, I would expect to find a lot of zombies in the town in 7 Days to Die, but they're just everywhere. Just loads and loads of them everywhere. And you just kind of get screwed over quite often. I'm sure there's people who are going to tell me I'm a noob for not being able to handle them, but I don't know, that was always frustrating when I 7 Days to Die and everything, and it kind of made this game more entertaining. It brought it to like nice light and everything. It also makes me not really worried about building a super secure fortress with all these traps and everything. Unless I'm doing multiplayer, in that case. That goes without saying. But other than that, like, it does well. Like, I enjoy the gameplay. I enjoy the fact that at the very first beginning I didn't have to fight a zombie or two. Or I didn't have to fight really anything. I just kind of got to figure out what I was doing. And I think that's like important, especially in these survival games. I think at the very beginning you shouldn't have to be fighting to survive against a bunch of zombies or anything. You should actually just be able to, you know, figure out what to do and how to get started and everything, and kind of build a small fortification. And not have to deal with all of that nonsense of, oh, you gotta deal with this and that and everything. But, yeah, so it's pretty enjoyable right now. If you want to wait for it, I can understand totally. It's, like I said, it's an alpha game. But, anyways, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this gameplay. I hope it helps you understand more about this game, and thank you for watching.